Hello, good morning, everybody. Sila here from Kardec, okay? Hope you're having a good time, a good start of the week. And we're here today, as always, to talk about the gospel according to Spiritism every Tuesday, 8:30 London time. But if you watch later, that's okay. So as practice, we're gonna read today chapter 8 is chapter 7 is we're finishing chapter 7 today. The chapter which is blessed are the poor in spirit. And soon we're gonna start chapter 8, which the blessed are the pure in heart. So hopefully excited. Um so we're gonna start with a prayer, a quick prayer, and we will dive into, okay? So everybody close your eyes, thinking of all good things. Here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespass, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So let's go start. Let's go diving. So I'm gonna read, and then I will make comments as we go through. So we'll stop. I'll take from where we stopped last time. Mankind, why do you complain about the calamities which yourselves have heaped upon your heads? You despise the saintly and divine morality of the Christ. So do you not be surprised that the cup of iniquity should overflow on all sides. Trouble has become generalized. Who is to blame if not you who have unceasingly tried to crush each other? It is impossible to be happy without mutual benevolence. But how can benevolence coexist alongside pride? Pride, this is the root of all your troubles. Apply yourselves, therefore, to destroying it. If you do not wish continually to perpetuate these fatal consequences, this is only one way which offers itself for this purpose, but it is infallible. Take Christ's law as your invariable rule and conduct. This very same law which has been spurned and falsified in its interpretation. Why do you hold that which shine and enchants the eyes with a higher esteem than that which touches the heart? Why do you make the vice of opulence the object that your adulations, whereas you are disdainful of true merit when it's obscure? Whenever a rich debauchee appears, even though he be lost in body and soul, all doors open, all rush to give him attention. Whereas a godly person who lives by his work is hard giving a good day. When in consideration dispense to orders in measure by the gold they possess or the name that they, what interests can they have in correcting their defects? So, in plain English, pretty much it's talking about why we don't follow the example of Jesus. We complain of things, but Jesus came here and gave us this whole example of how to live our lives, and we still not following this. We let things allure us. We are we judge people by the money they have and not by the character. We give different treatment to people that has more money. For example, as he say here, the doors open for people that has money because we are worried about what they look like or all that. While somebody that worked hard the whole life sometimes doesn't even have a good morning. So I'm not saying be rude to rich people, it's not that, but consider the don't put the rich people on the pedestal. That's what I keep saying. Don't do that. Is we're all the same. Rich people are more inclined to fail in this learning here on earth because they are more prone to they're more exposed to wrongdoings or more exposed to um, other things that they should be, not vanity or other stuff. And so we should be actually seeing the hard work person more as more accomplished, and we should be seeing that person with better spiritual development than actually the way we do here on earth, the way we see other people's, more like if it's a famous person, something like, oh my god, I love her. And we don't know like what's going on now with the PDD case. I don't know if you guys follow that, but it's like, you know, everybody thought he was so great, and look what he's doing. So let's continue. But it would be very different if many degrading and immoral practices, which are gilded over, sorry, here comes my throat, were censored by public opinion, as much as its failing of poverty. But pride shows itself ever indulgent to all who flatter it. You say that this is the century of cupid, cupidity, so cupidity and money, beyond doubt. But why allow material necessity to overshadow your good sense of reason? Why must each or one, which to place themselves above their brothers? Society today suffers the consequences of this fact. Just to be clear, we're talking about 1862. That's the year that this was written. Never forget that this state of affairs is always a sign of moral decay and decline. When pride reaches extremes, and it is an indication of our imminent fall, for God never fails to punish the arrogant. If he sometimes allows them to rise, it is only in order to give time for mediation and to mend their ways under the blows which come to strike their pride, to find time to serve as warnings. But instead of becoming humble, the rebel, thus when the cup is full, God will cause them to descend, and according to how high they have risen, the more terrible will be their fall. Suffering humanity, whose selfishness has corrupted all things, we beg you to renew your courage despite everything. In His infinite mercy, God has sent you a powerful remedy for all your ills and unexpected help for all your miseries. Open your eyes to the light. Here are the souls of those who no longer live upon earth, who have come to call you to fulfillment of your true obligations. They will tell you, with the voice of experience, that compared to eternity, the vanities and grandeurs of this passing existence become mere trifles. There, the greatest is one of who has been the humblest among the most humble of your word. He would has most love his fellow beings with himself be the best love in heaven. If the powerful on earth abuses their authority, they will find themselves reduced to a position of obedience on their own servants. And lastly, humility and charity, who are as two brothers going hand in hand, are the most efficient means of obtaining grace before He who is eternal. Adolf, Bishop of Argyll, Marmaint, Marmondi, 1862. So this was the spirit that wrote this. This is quite scary considering the times we're living today, where corruption, lies, and everything is everywhere. I think, like I say, this was written in 1862, and they were already talking about corruption back then and idling, idols, and all the stuff. Now, today days, it only got worse, in my opinion. It's only everywhere and is exposed and is become almost like normal. So it makes me scared to think of what will happen in the future. But let's moving forward. The mission of the intelligent person on earth. Never be prideful of what you know, because the knowledge has very restrict limits in the world in which you live. So we talk about this in spiritism. We cannot remember our past lives. We cannot remember what we've done before. That is called the veil that covers when we are born here in this earth. That's why we have a brain and physical body. So this doesn't allow us to remember things from before. Some people do. Some people has regressions, downloads of information. Some people has. I mean, we all have a little bit of a moral conduct that we follow, a little bit of intuition, but we don't remember. Some mediums do remember. Some mediums have the capability to see your past lives and tell you what needs to be done in regards to being a better being, ideally. And some mediums don't do the right thing. But basically, this is what they're talking about here, this veil of forgiveness about our past lives and other things, like when we go to sleep and we don't remember anything, what we dream, sometimes things happen and we just don't remember. All right, because I'm just going to continue reading. Supposing you were a prominent intellectual celebrity on this planet, still you would have no right to be proud if God, within his designs, caused you to be born in an ambient where you could develop this intelligence. Then it is then it was because he wished you to use it for the benefit of everyone. You have been given a mission by the fact of God having placed an instrument in your hands, which can be used to develop the retarded intelligences around you. Sorry, guys, it's retarded intelligence. This is just the way they speak back in the day. All right, it's not calling anybody. It's just the language. And so conducted them to God. Is not the nature of the instruments an indication as to purpose, purpose to the purpose it should be used for? Does not the whole which the gardener gives to his assistant show to what use it should be put? What would you say if instead of working with the whole, he raised it against his masters with the desire of injuring him? You would say it was monstrous that he should be expelled, when then it is it a desire to injure him? You would say, oh, sorry, guys, I lost here. Let me go back. Okay, you say that's monstrous that should be expelled, when then it is not the same for he who uses his intelligence to destroy and adhere the God and providence amongst his fellow men. All right, so use your talent, use your what you are giving, the gift from God against humanity. Does he not raise the whole which has given to him to till the soil against his master? Has he then the right to receive the promised salary? On the contrary, does he not deserve to be expelled from the garden? Do not doubt that he will be. Then he will pass through many miserable existences full of humiliations until he finally bows down before him and whom he owns everything. Um, Intelligence holds a great reach in the future marriages, provided it is well employed. It all men and women who possessed it to use in conformity with God's wishes, then it would be easy for the spirits to perform their tasks and helping humanity advance. Unhappily, many have become instruments of pride and perdition against themselves. Mankind abuses intelligence and it is thus all the other faculties. But nevertheless, there is no lack of teaching which warm of the powerful hand that may withdraw what has been granted. This was written by Ferdinand, a protecting spirit in Bordeaux, 1862. So, pretty much saying that we take advantage of what we're giving, the talents that God give us, and sometimes, and we don't use for the good, we use for the bad and for things that we should not be using. If we are giving a talent, in talent, I'm talking about a talent to be rich, money comes easy to you, a talent to entertain other people. We should be using that as a good thing. Um, and yeah, and that's it. And then what to say is furthermore is that when we die and we're gonna have to reincarnate again and again and again until we learn how to use this uh, divine talents in pro of everybody, because salvation is only on when we're good to everyone, not just to ourselves, but we practice charity. Charity is the most, it's not talk about money charity, I'm talking about all kinds of charity. Be cordial to other people, be a friend, be stand a hand when they need, all sorts of charity in this life. That's what's gonna get you through. Anyways, we're done from here. Chapter 7 done with. Move on to chapter 8 next week. And if you have any comments or any questions, just leave down below for us. And I will try to respond as soon as I can. And I will try to, if I don't know, I will try to look around for more. I'm trying to make more videos that outside of the gospel according to the Spiritism. I was trying to more explanation videos and other things. So stay tuned. I'm reading a book about poetry, which is what I really, really like now. I find out more and more that poetry has become part of my life. And I'm not sure I'm going to talk about that. But I'm also reading another book about chakras and energy points that in the scientific spiritual way, not like just meditation, the kind of thing. Of course, it englobes everything, but it's more on the spiritual level of chakras. But anyhow, I will probably talk about that in the future. So stay tuned, leave us a message, and have an excellent day. Talk to you later. Bye.